Nutritional must-haves, essentials. First, some terms and concepts, then some confusions in the available information. I'll attempt to sort it all out. The first concept and terms involve where the nutrients are derived from. Endogenous nutrients are those molecules that the body synthesizes using the nutrients consumed with the natural biological mechanisms combined with homeostasis to keep us alive and moving. Exogenous nutrients are those that are acquired through consuming nutrients from external sources. Essential nutrients are those molecules that are required for life, the ones we must have to continue living. Nutrients are labeled in two general groups. Macronutrients are those molecules that are required in large amounts, while micronutrients are those molecules that are required in small amounts. If you ask what the essential nutrients include, the general answer in the literature is that there are 6 groups of essential nutrients. And here's the start of some of the confusion that I'll get to in a sec. But first, I'll go through the list of those nutrients. Fats are macronutrients, chemically the ester of glycerol with 1, 2, or 3 fatty acids. Lipid is a broad category of hydrophobic molecules and includes fats, wax, sterols, fat-soluble vitamins, monoglycerides, diglycerides, phospholipids, hormones, and others. Lipids' tasks are storing and releasing energy, insulating and protecting organs, assisting vitamins and proteins accomplish their tasks, regulating growth hormone, immune function, reproduction, metabolism, hunger, and satiety. Also helps stockpile nutrients. The role of lipids has been misunderstood, and we are now becoming better informed as to the need for fats in our diets. It is not the enemy that it has been made out to be. It is an essential nutrient. Proteins are macronutrient, nitrogenous, organic compounds present in all living organisms. They do most of the work in cells and are required for the structure, function, and regulation of the body's tissues and organs. Proteins are involved in repairing and building tissues. They drive metabolic reactions, maintain pH and fluid balance, strengthen the immune system, are involved in transporting and storing nutrients, and can be used as an energy source. Proteins are also involved in hormone production, enzyme activity, and immune function. Proteins are an essential nutrient. Carbohydrates are macronutrient organic compounds, including sugars, starches, and cellulose. They are plant-based, being formed from carbon dioxide and water during photosynthesis. Carbohydrates can be used by the body, but are not essential for good health. Our bodies make sufficient glucose endogenously from fats and proteins.
So it turns out that carbohydrate is not an essential nutrient, meaning people don't have to eat carbohydrates. We can make all of the carbohydrate that we need from the other things that we eat. So as long as we're eating proteins and fats, we really don't need to eat carbohydrates. And that was important to me as I started researching the keto diet, which minimizes carbohydrates. And I was pleasantly surprised to find out that people do not need to consume carbohydrates and still can be healthy.
Vitamins are micronutrients, organic compounds that are required for normal body function. There are 13 which play a major role in growth and development, repair and healing, maintaining healthy bones and tissues, the proper function of the immune system, and more. They are an essential nutrient. Minerals are micronutrients, inorganic elements essential for optimal functioning of the body. They are involved in many processes, including bone, muscle, heart, and brain function. They help maintain the acid-base balance, help regulate the enzyme systems, nerve impulse transmissions, and muscle contraction processes, as well as assist in the release of energy from food. They are also important in the synthesis of hormones. They are an essential nutrient. Water is a macronutrient, a molecule made up of one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms. Water helps regulate body temperature, dissolves water-soluble nutrients, lubricates joints and tissues, and is involved in transporting nutrients. Newborns are 78% water, and the average adults is 50 to 70% water. Although our bodies can endogenously produce water, it is not in sufficient quantity to maintain life. Water is an essential nutrient. We are a creation of the universe, a miraculous biological machine made up of systems that work together in a life endeavor. When all systems are functioning with sufficient nutrients, we are in balance. But when we consume an imbalance or toxic nutrients, our bodies fail to thrive. We become ill and die. Some of the confusion around what we need to be consuming is here. There is a misunderstanding of what essential means.
An essential nutrient.
Cholesterol is a non-essential nutrient. Right? The definition of an essential nutrient is something your body does not produce and needs to get from the outside. Cholesterol is produced all over the body. All tissues produce cholesterol. So it's a stereotypical example of a non-essential nutrient.
You'd think that essential hinges on whether or not the nutrients keep you alive and healthy, but instead has been narrowly defined by the body's ability to produce the nutrient without any concern for the body's ability to synthesize from the nutrients that are required to do that work. Makes no sense to me.
Cholesterol is an organic molecule that resides in the lipid family. So we typically characterize these molecules by their solubility in water, and this is a not soluble in water molecule. So it is a hydrophobic molecule. Now, of course, cholesterol is about one of the most important molecules in the body. To be clear, if we didn't have the ability to make cholesterol, we would cease to exist. We wouldn't, in fact, you couldn't be born without the ability to do this. There are rare genetic conditions that impair the ability to make cholesterol, and these are uniformly fatal. So why do we need cholesterol? There are broadly two things that cholesterol is essential for. The first is that they contribute heavily to the cell membrane of virtually every cell in the body. So cells are actually kind of fluid things, spherical things, and what allows them to have that fluidity and what allows them to have membrane channels that allow things in and out of them is the cholesterol layer that forms the membrane. And secondly, cholesterol is an essential substrate for the production of some of the most important hormones in the body: cortisol, estrogen, testosterone. It's also essential for the creation of bile acids, which are necessary to be able to digest food. So, the mantra that I like to say is no cholesterol, no life.
There is a huge push to lower cholesterol because someone decided it is the cause of cardiovascular disease. But cholesterol is in every cell and runs a bunch of processes throughout our bodies. To lower it would put our very lives in jeopardy. They are pushing statins because it's so lucrative, because they've pushed carbohydrates as the main fuel source when that is not the truth, and they've vilified fats, which is also false information. Cutting cholesterol is not a good move. So why are we being told to eat carbohydrates when we shouldn't be consuming them? And why are we being told that cholesterol should be lowered when it is such an important factor in our health and well-being? Well, I don't know, but it stinks to high heaven. All we can do is educate ourselves, wade through all the lies, and find sources of truth that can be trusted. We are our own best friend. We must protect ourselves from those who want to sell us a lie, who don't care about our health and well-being, but only their financial benefit. Our health is our responsibility. Each of us must strive to the best of our ability to succeed in surviving. Otherwise, why would we have been born? Hey, thanks for watching.